Joining us live on the Splash to talk about his tenure there, we have Executive Director for Strategic Development at Temple Israel, David Tisdale. Thank you so much for being here, David.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, so just looking back, 45 years of service with Temple Israel. How does it feel? What are some things that stand out to you over the years?
Well, it feels great. It was 45 wonderful years, and I enjoyed every minute. I enjoyed the work that I did. I enjoyed the people that I worked with, and I'm leaving on a high note.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the best way to leave. Also, can you just talk about what it means to you personally to basically give back to the community in the way that you did over the years?
Well, that's how it started. My 45 years began as a volunteer, and I
Hmm.
was originally on a committee. I taught religious school. My wife taught religious school. It was we joined the temple with our two small children, and it's been a great run for 45 years.
Yes, and I'm willing to bet it is. And I'm glad you mentioned family also. So we'll get into that just shortly. Join us right here on the Splash, Executive Director, Strategic Development, Temple Israel, David Tisdale. We appreciate you being here, just talking about his tenure there. I just want to talk about over time the development and how it evolved. Temple Israel has evolved over those 45 years. Can you just talk about how it has changed over those years?
Sure, when we opened up on Walnut Lake Road in 1980, we were a congregation of approximately um, about 1,500 families. We are now approximately 3,000 families. So we've experienced some
Mm,
significant growth over the past 45 years, attracting young families, multi generations. We have many multi generational families, um, children, grandchildren, great grandchildren. I
mhm,
mean, it's an amazing
mhm.
place.
So what role would you say your leadership has played in that evolution of Temple Israel?
I've always said that I was fortunate enough to work with wonderful people, number one. And number two, I was fortunate enough to have new people who came in who were very talented and knew what they were doing and could help effectuate the kind of programming and the kinds of things we wanted to do. I was fortunate to be surrounded by great people.
There you go. There you go. Makes things easier, right? Even though I understand there probably are some things that, that made it a little bit of a challenge, which I want to talk about. But with us right here live on the Splash, we have Executive Director of Strategic Development for Temple Israel, retiring after 45 years of service, David Tisdale. Like I said, I want to talk about maybe if there were any challenges. Can you just talk about some of the challenges that you may have faced over the 45 years and how you overcame those and how your team helped you?
Well, we've the challenges have been more or less um, some of them were financial. You know, after 45 years, you go through a number of cycles where
Understood.
the economy isn't what it was the year before,
Hmm.
and so you get through it.
Hmm.
We've been truly blessed by very dedicated and very philanthropic families, very charitably oriented people who step up when things need to be stepped up. And we've been
Hmm.
blessed with
Hmm.
those people, and they have helped us through those financial challenges.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all you can ask for. The people who really, are dedicated and love Temple Israel and want to give back in a way, even through those tough times. And you show that support that that you are there. I want to talk about your family like we just talked about before, just growing up under Temple Israel and your leadership also. How does it feel to have your legacy follow under your leadership and just have their involvement in Temple Israel also?
Our children grew up at Temple Israel. My oldest daughter is a lawyer, and she has been a tutor at Temple Israel, and
Okay.
a Hebrew tutor, and a bar and bat mitzvah
Mm-hmm.
tutor, and she's been very involved. In the picture that you're showing at the moment, the lower left, it happens to be my youngest daughter. She's one of the clergy
Okay.
at Temple Israel. So
Okay.
obviously, she grew up
Nice.
and
This.
became as involved as we did. And my
Yes.
wife
Yes. And I know
has,
you
so it's been a family affair.
must be proud too. Yes,
Very.
yes. And I know you must be proud too. And it's a beautiful picture. If you're watching on civiccentertv.com, you can see the picture that we're talking about right now. I also want to talk about, as you're preparing for retirement, what do you hope your legacy will be as you leave Temple Israel?
Well, I'm hoping that the things that I was able to help put into place made a significant impression on a long-lasting
Mm-hmm.
basis for families. I hope that what I did will live on beyond me.
Ooh, yes, yes, yes. I can, and that's the perfect way to do it too. And then also set a perfect example for your successor, right? Do you have any advice for your successor?
No, it's all about relationships. You have to get to know the people, and the more you get to know the
Right.
people, the greater relationship that you have with the families, you'll be successful because they're all out there rooting for you to be successful.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly. Exactly. Just stick with the people that support you and surround you with that love and just want you to be successful, just like you just explained. Don't want to hold you up too much more. We do appreciate you being here. How do you plan on just staying connected with Temple Israel, even in your retirement?
Oh, I always plan to be. I'm there if they ever need me, and I'm hoping. We live close by. We attend services all the time. So other than coming in every single day, I hope to still be at Temple Israel on occasion, and certainly for any kind of programming that we might do.
Love, passion, dedication, as just explained right there. Even after 45 years, still plan on being there and just giving your support the best way you do. And then last question before we let you go, and we definitely do appreciate your time. What's next for you? What's your next plan and goals in life?
No, I want to spend more time with my family, a little travel, a little more time with my grandchildren. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much it. Want to stay active, maybe volunteer someplace else.
There you go. There you go. A whole new chapter of life, but it keeps you alive and family time. You can never go wrong with that. Completely understand and respect that. Once again, thank you for joining us. Executive Director, Strategic Development, Temple Israel, David Tisdale, after 45 years of service retiring. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you.